Hi everyone, I'm Max. Welcome to the Toysmith Flutter, a monthly podcast designed to share updates on toy and gift category trends, customer insights, and a curated assortment to help you make your toy and gift shopping as simple, efficient, and joyful as possible. Let's start with the heart of what the Toysmith brand has represented for over 40 years, premium impulse, or what we like to call spontaneous joy assortments and affordable price points. Our portfolio features over 1,000 SKUs across the 8 major play patterns and features price points from $2 to $20. In addition, our products are sold across the retail spectrum, from leading toy, mass, grocery, and hardware retailers to independents, national parks, hospitals, museums, and some of the most fun amusement parks across the country. With such a breadth of different products and so many channels where we sell, Toysmith has a unique position to see trends and insights that can have immediate impact to the way you sell your impulse category. Here's a quick example we like to share. Before we talk about the items you might choose to sell, let's talk about the average price points and retail dollar volume at various channels. Here, you can see a handful of different channels and the annual retail sales dollars our customers are enjoying. Based on a minimum placement of about 50 products in a single presentation, you can see that customers are selling anywhere from $5,000 to over $50,000 a year. How much can you expect to sell? We would suggest looking at your traffic patterns. Does your consumer traffic average that of an independent toy or gift store? Perhaps a small volume grocery store, or even a high volume convenience store? Between your average traffic count, combining it with your average retail transaction size, you should be able to get a quick idea if you're maximizing your impulse sales. Speaking of transaction size, let's take a look at that as well. Showing the same handful of channels, here's what we are seeing from an average transaction size value. What is so important here to notice is the vast difference from $4 to over $8. When we take a closer look at this gap, the most impactful contributor was a diversity of price points with a bias toward those over $7. Here are some specifics. Ideally, the most productive assortments feature the following breakdown. 10 to 20% of SKUs were priced from $3 to $5, 40 to 60% of SKUs were $5 to $7, and 30, and in some cases as much as 40%, were from $7 to $10. Let's see how much you might be able to make with just a few changes to your lineup. Grab a piece of paper and pen, write down how many price points and how many SKUs per price point you have in your current assortment. Not just Toysmith product, but your entire spontaneous joy assortment. Once you have a baseline, you can then begin to sell down certain SKUs and price points to ensure you have a more balanced offering. Even a shift of only 5 to 6 SKUs to higher price points can drive as much as a 10% increase in your average transaction size. And the introduction of new items at higher price points offer consumers even more value than you're offering them today. Next up, we sit down with Rick Derr, one of the leading independent retailers in the country and owner of Learning Express in Lake Zurich, Illinois. Rick sat down with us to help us better understand how he merchandises his product, how he trains his staff, and how he delivers a wow factor to all of the consumers lucky enough to shop his store. Take it away.
Now we talk a lot about 3 things when you wake up in the morning, and those are TPW. T for team. How is my team doing? Do I motivate them, compensate them, incentivize them, train them, get them to carry out the message that we want? Okay, number 1. If that's checked off, you're doing all that, move on to number 2, and that is product. Product is king. It draws people in. The unique curation of product selection gets harder and harder. Amazon has everything, but people don't necessarily want to go and see everything. They want to get down to maybe what their kids or what their relatives want. And so by us curating the selection, we think we make it easier for people. But you have to be first, you have to be quick, you have to be fair priced. And then finally, we talk about the W, wow. And everything we touch, we say to ourselves, are we wowed by it? Because if we're not wowed by what we do, we're probably not wowing the audience, correct? So whether it's gift wrapping, to greeting people, to merchandising the store, to the way we face people online with our videos, our ads, all that, it's that wow, where they want to say, hey, that looks cool. But I'll tell you one thing that I've learned on social media since 2012, and that is you better be authentic. Authenticity wins, because if you try to be something you're not, you can be funny at times and joke around and all that, but at the end of the day, they want to come to a site that they usually learn, have fun, feel good about, and trust. Product number one, we work so hard to be first. I call it ninja-like almost, because now we reach out to other people and say, hey, if this isn't coming, could we still get some things made quickly for us and get it on shelf? Because it's that image, it's that impression that you want to give, that if anybody has it, Learning Express is my first call. Then secondly, when they walk in the door, it's a feeling. Think of your favorite store or restaurant. When you walk in, how you feel. Comfortable, looking forward to the visit, somebody actually greeting and saying hi. So that feeling in the store has to be real and not just made up because you say to your team, oh, you're gonna greet today, you're gonna do this, that, and that, stand by the door, you know? And then finally, toys is unique. Toys and gifts are kind of that bubble effect, because unless you know exactly, and even then, when you call it by name, when you say this little magnet balls, what does that really mean? How do you Google that? Most moms and dads and grandmas, they don't know what toys are out there. They're learning from their kids. They're going, hey mom, I saw this at school today, or on the playground, or at camp. Well, what's it called, Susie? I don't know. But where'd they get it? They got it at Learning Express. Let's go. Less is more. You don't need to carry every size, type, color of things. 2, listen more closely to the kids and what they're saying. And we were able to do that because the social media aspect of keeping them away from physical contact actually magnified. And so we had a bigger microphone coming out of what they wanted. TikTok, people laughed and said that nobody will listen to a 3-minute video, Rick. We've put out content up to 3 minutes that they allow, and we get 35 to 40% viewership of the whole video, with then great comments back on that product, like, what if you tried this? So the insights I'm finding on social media are much more in-depth than before COVID. And then thirdly, kids want to go to a store that they see their products. They're tired of going to just the big box, tagging along with mom and dad, or to the grocery store, which they had to do for 2 years, or get on the bus, come home, and then stay home. The thrill of going into their store and seeing their items, and many new ones because they haven't seen all this, and then it gets back to the product is king approach. If you have what they want and you display it in the right way, man, that's the feeling you want them to have. It's awfully hard to describe all that and then put it into action. But I go back to our very simplistic approach. The right team to carry it out, the right product to draw people in and delight people, and then the wow effects that keep them coming back.
So, we got some good insights on our impulse category. We then heard a great story from Rick Derr and how he runs his operation. And just like every monthly Flutter, we thought we'd end with this month's top 5 items that you've got to put on your list. Thanks for your business and happy selling.
Hi everybody! It's time for a quick overview on the 5 products you should be ordering at this time of the year for your store. It's March, and this year Easter happens late. It's on Sunday, April 17th. But that means if you act fast, it's not too late to order any last-minute Easter items for your set. This is the new for 2022 Farm Fresh Kraken Egg. Just open the box, pull out the 4.5-inch egg, give it a crack, woo, and take out your little wind-up chick. It's perfect for any Easter basket. All right, up next, many schools are going to be taking spring break in the next month or so. But that doesn't mean that learning has to stop completely. To keep minds sharp during the vacation, your customers can check out this amazing giant visible padlock from the 4M Kids Labs line. Budding locksmiths can build this 6-inch transparent padlock and even customize the key. Also, at this time of the year, grown-ups start the trek outside to clean up yards and gardens. Be sure your customers can take their little helpers out there with them by having your Beetle & Bee Kids Gardening product in your store. My favorite is the Kids Garden Hand Tool Set with a shovel, rake, and a trowel, all with FSC certified wood for the handles. Did you know that FSC certified wood supports responsible forestry practices? Outdoor and active play as a category has seen amazing growth over the last 2 years, and that trend's going to continue in 2022. And one of the must-haves this year is the new 10-inch BMO. BMO is an all-time bestseller I'm sure you're familiar with. And now, with the smaller, easier to merchandise size, it's a sure bet that this one will fly off your shelves. Last but not least, be sure to stock up on your chalk inventory. As soon as the sidewalks dry, kids of all ages are going to hit the pavement again to create their amazing chalk masterpieces. And with our new exclusive partnership with UB, we're so proud to offer an assortment of fun and colorful chalk options for your store. And don't forget, for every UB item that's purchased, UB will donate a school supply to a child in need. That's all for this month. We'll see you at our next Flutter. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that every time a new video drops, you'll be notified. Bye-bye.